Assalamu alaikum all the viewers. I am Aqeel Hussain, also known as Aqeel Hussain Education Wala. In
Mhm.
today's session, we have a topic how to think creatively and solve problems effectively. To have a very good discussion on this topic, we will invite ChatGPT into the session. Hello ChatGPT,
Hello.
welcome
Great to
into the
be here.
session.
Thank you. I'm glad to jump into this. So,
Okay,
when we talk
uh,
about creative,
our today's topic is how to think creatively and solve problems effectively. In this regard, I have some questions. My first question is, what does creative thinking really mean and why is it important for problem solving?
creative thinking means looking at a challenge from fresh angles, questioning assumptions, and generating new possibilities instead of recycling the same old solutions. It's important because most real world problems aren't textbook neat. So, creative thinking lets us adapt, connect dots, and discover solutions that actually fit the situation.
Oh, that's good definition. Please tell me,
Mhm.
how can I train my brain to look at problems from different perspectives?
Yeah, a few ways work really well. One is deliberately reframing. So take a problem and restate it as many different ways as you can. Like, what if the opposite were true? Another is role swapping. Literally imagine how a child, an engineer, or even someone from another culture might see it. And honestly, exposing yourself to unrelated fields like reading outside your expertise sparks that mental cross pollination.
Okay, my next very important question is, what are some simple techniques to generate more creative ideas?
Aha, classic request. Well, try brainstorming with zero judgment. Just jot down even the wild, half baked stuff. Quantity first, quality later. Then use something like mind mapping to organize those scattered thoughts into clusters. And don't underestimate analogies. Ask, what does this problem remind me of? That analogy trick often unlocks surprising directions.
Okay, that's good answer. Please tell me, how can asking better questions help me solve problems more effectively?
Oh, asking better questions is like upgrading your mental tools. A sharp question narrows focus, like what's the core obstacle rather than getting lost in symptoms. A good question opens space, like what assumptions am I making? That one tends to shake loose hidden biases or blind spots. In short, how you ask shapes where you'll be able to look. So better questions usually mean clearer paths. They they can even reveal that the real problem is different from what you first thought.
Okay, please tell me, how does brainstorming help in finding innovative solutions?
Brainstorming gives you volume, more raw material to work with. Then when you review those ideas, you can spot hybrid combinations or unusual twists that weren't obvious at first. It's not magic, it's just creating space for divergent thinking before converging on what looks most promising. And yeah, the rules matter. Defer judgment, encourage bizarre ideas, build on others' suggestions, and keep the energy flowing. That's how novelty sneaks in.
Please tell me, what should I do when I feel completely stuck while solving a
When you're,
problem?
yeah, step back, literally take a break. Distance helps your brain reset. Then come back and describe the problem out loud as if you're telling a friend. That act alone often clarifies fuzziness. If that doesn't help, get another perspective. Ask someone who isn't an expert and see what naive questions they ask. Those can be gold. And if needed, switch contexts. Work on a tiny related piece instead of tackling the whole beast. Momentum matters. And hey, frustration is data, not a verdict. It just means time to change the angle, not give up.
Okay, that's great answer. Now tell me, how can I challenge assumptions that may be limiting my thinking?
One practical move is to list your assumptions explicitly. Just write them down. Then flip each one. Ask, what if the opposite were true? For example, if you assume time is the constraint, ask, what if time isn't the issue? If you assume budget is tight, ask, what if we had more resources? And counterintuitive questions like, when would this not be a problem, can reveal hidden flexibility. It's like stress testing your thinking, which usually sparks innovation.
Okay, please tell me, how does curiosity contribute to creative thinking?
Curiosity is the fuel. It keeps you poking at the edges, asking what else and why. Without it, you settle for the first workable answer. With it, you pursue alternatives, poke holes in easy answers, and explore weird side paths that might actually lead somewhere better. It's the difference between running the script and writing in real time. Curiosity keeps creativity alive.
Okay, please tell me, what role does failure play in developing better problem solving skills?
Failure is feedback, not a dead end. Each miss shows you what doesn't work and where assumptions were sneaking in. Over time, you build pattern recognition, a thicker skin for setbacks, and a sense of, aha, here's a new route. In that way, failure becomes the teacher of resilience and the refiner of your problem solving toolkit.
Okay, that's good. Please tell me, how can I use the what if approach to find creative solution?
Start by picking one assumption and flipping it into a what if. Like, what if customers designed the product? What if the deadline disappeared? Run a few variations, test them quickly, keep what sparks energy. It's playful but structured experimentation. Over time, you'll get faster at spotting which what ifs are worth pursuing.
Okay, uh, tell me, how can I balance creativity with logic when making decisions?
Think of creativity as the generator and logic as the editor. First, let ideas flow freely, messy at all. Then switch gears. Test feasibility, check data, costs, risks. Maybe use a simple matrix, impact on one axis and effort on the other. That blend keeps you imaginative without floating off. So creativity widens the option set and logic gently trims it to what's workable. That's balance.
Okay, please tell me, what are some simple tricks to strengthen the creative thinking?
Try switching perspectives. Literally ask, how would a 5-year old see this? Or an engineer or a poet? Change your environment too. Walk, doodle, use voice notes. Set absurd constraints like solve it in 3 steps. Read outside your domain weekly. Small, steady habits that nudge your brain off autopilot are enough to keep that muscle strong. Keep a tiny idea journal, 3 quick notes a day. Ask one curious question daily. Why? Why not? Do a 5 minute brainstorm with no judgment. Walk or stretch while thinking through a problem. And read short pieces outside your field. Little repeatable acts compound into a more creative mind over time.
Okay, ChatGPT, I am very thankful to you to join us into the session and providing us very informations, informative suggestions. Okay, thank you once again.
You're very welcome. I'm glad it was helpful. Anytime you want to bounce ideas, just say the word.
Thank you all the viewers for watching our session.